This time we're actually getting some work done. You know, I love to get into my tangents and my discussions. But I think the last one was pretty important. I tried to reframe it from being a rant because there are certain things that I will rant about. And I'm just saving that for another thing. There's two particular things that I do want to discuss, but I will discuss them at a later time. We have more important things to do. But, I did want to share um, certain things and like my whole idea with this whole QR code thing. So you know what? We're gonna go with the QR code. We're gonna go for it. And so I'm gonna order these business cards, and I'm excited to do that. Oh, actually, okay, hold on. Before we even get into that, um, okay, so I think what I really wanted to do was see if I can open a business credit card. I mean, I know I can. So we just got to see which one would be the best one. You know what I'm saying? Um, so they have websites like Nav where they let you know like which Net 30 accounts you qualify for. And essentially, like Net 30 is basically like you have 30 days until you can make the payment on it. It's kind of like business terms. So I know that's not like super creative and exciting, but I mean, it's a part of the work that goes into running a business. And so yeah, so let me just screen share that with y'all so you can see the process. And again, like I normally wouldn't share this process, but I mean, here we are, right? And I mean, eventually, like hopefully this could be something that will benefit somebody um, that might be going through this journey themselves. So you know, let's see. I feel like I already have an account, but I don't know if I have the password. So let me just look it up. Okay, I do. Okay, there's a literally. Okay, well, let's see. Hopefully, I don't just automatically sign me in. Okay. I don't remember the password. I mean, I feel like. Hold on. Actually, I think that booklet's over here. Actually, I don't even have to go that far. Um, you just give me a second. And actually, if this is another thing I got to think about. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But for the meantime, I'm just going to focus on the bridge that's in front of me. All right, here we go. What the fuck? I'm just like, okay, we got a password of this, but all right. All right, let's see. Let's see. Okay. I see what I was trying to say here. But y'all better find it. Find your way back. Big, big world, but you got it, baby. Don't let this love drive you crazy. Okay, see, that's what I thought. Find your way back. Come back home, put your lights on. Find your way back. Find your way back. I don't care. Beyonce can't make me not like that song. Daddy used to tell me, look up at the stars. Been a long time, but remember who you are. Circle of life. One day I'm finna make it. Okay, child, they got my personal credit score up here. I mean, look, you just gotta find your way back. Big, big world, but you gotta pay. Okay, get all right, so let's look at the specifics here. I guess this is the only one that's available. Okay, GM business card. Okay, intro. 0% intro APR on purchase for the first. Okay, so the first year you don't get no interest rates, and then after it goes up to anywhere between 19.24 to 29.24. Okay, no annual fees. I like that. Get 750 in bonus earnings to redeem with GM towards the purchase or lease of eligible new GM vehicle after you spend 2,000 on your purchases in your first. Okay, I don't think I'm trying to do all that. All right, I was gonna say I wanted just a simple little situation. Here's see and look. Okay, so now my credit score isn't amazing, but I'm like slowly but surely inching my way to the 700s. So we're getting there. But let me tell you, that shit was terrible. And I'm not going to feel bad because I remember seeing this clip. Well, I've watched Insecure several times, but when Kelly was trying to help, um, I forget what she was trying to buy. She was trying to do something. And she was looking at her credit score, and her credit score was in the 400s. I was like, oof, girl. But I'm not saying that from a judging space because that was once me. I was there before, so I'm not going to judge that. But I was just like, girl, ooh, I felt that. Um, but yeah, my utilization, 11%. That's your low. So yeah. Okay, I don't know if I want to use this card. Um, find your way back, baby. But you got it, baby. Find your way back. Don't let yourself drive crazy. Find your way back. And see, this is why I should have built credit earlier. I mean, if this is the only option, come back home with a street lights on. Find your way back. Find your way back. Baby, robo, robo, baby. Okay, so I think this is like the only option that I got. I'm gonna do the best with what I got. So, all right, well, shit, we're just going to apply. Okay, y'all don't see this screen, so that's probably good. GM, but you know what? GM gives me Grandmaster vibes. All right, so I'm not gonna show this screen to y'all because, like, okay, it's like my personal business, and that's not y'all business. But you just gotta find your way back. Big, big world, but you got it, baby. Don't let yourself drive you crazy. Find your way back. Come back home, put a street lights on. Find your way back. Find your way back. Yeah. Okay. See, these websites, okay. I don't like how they just be showing your credit score. I mean, not your credit score, your social number. Child, I almost forgot my shit for a second. Thank you. Okay, so my role, everything, all the roles. Give me the roles. I run all the roles. You know, director. I mean, I guess, yeah, but no. Where's owner? Where's CEO? President, chairman, exec. Yeah, sure. Total annual income. None of your business. This is a new business. I'm just going to say you know. All right. Annual. All right. We're just gonna say an estimate. I know that's not a lot, but I mean, hey, we're just starting. Okay. Ownership, all of it. I own it all. Um, delete, 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 delete. Okay. And I need to have a virtual address for this business. That's not where I live. Um, expected monthly spend. I'll say like not a whole lot. I mean, look, I'm just okay. This is a guesstimate. I'm trying to be as honest as possible. Okay. Number of employees, one. Okay. And so I gotta get the. Okay, so I gotta get the EIN number for my biz. I'm not showing y'all this process because y'all really shouldn't know where my files are, or at least these ones. Like it's business documents and they're important. Um, so, but whatever. Okay, I know these numbers are kind of crazy, but whatever. Yes, I understand the conditions. Okay. We gonna see. Um, but yeah, I'm like, okay, so yeah, because I mean, like, I got to get the business, the website back up and running, right? Okay. All right. And so, okay, so we didn't get that one. It is what it is. Okay. But at some point, I need to, we need to figure that out. All right. But hey, that's part of the process, right? Until you find the right one. I mean, I went through the same thing when I was looking for my high yield savings accounts, right? You know, but honestly, it worked out for me because it always does. Where the ones that I wanted to sign up for, I mean, it had a good rate, but the one that I have now had a better rate, and the rate just went up in terms of the interest that pays me back. So, sometimes you just got to trust the process. And I know usually it works out that way. So, all right, but yeah, that was what I was going to try to do. Um, so we're going to exit out of that. And we're going to exit out of that. All right. So what I'm going to do is order the business cards. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to order it through Canva. Usually, like the last time I did business cards, I did it through Vistaprint. But I really like Canva's way of designing. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to do it. We're just going to order some of these and test it out. See, because I know there's different like textures and all of that stuff. And how they explain it don't make all the way sense to me. I'm like, look, we just gonna do what we gonna do. All right, so let me screen share that with you all. Okay. Oh yeah, and I'm listening to Les Brown in the background for anybody that's inquiring what the motivational vibe is today. I was listening to David Cho, and I knew of him in different ways, but I didn't know who that man was at the same time. So like I knew of him in terms of like him, like for those who don't know, like he's an artist. He does a lot of things. He's an artist. He got like really big doing like graffiti art. He's an actor. I think he has like a book or something like that, and he did like podcasting, and he's really and what helped him rise to like riches, because I mean like his net worth is in like the 300 millions. I'm like, oh my god, like what? I mean, and I heard of his story before, like in terms of how he invested into Facebook. So like he was initially hired to do murals for the whole building, and it was kind of like when they were still building, when there was just like just like this the social media platform for college kids. And so he was being commissioned to do the mural. And so at the time he had like just got out of jail, because he had like this whole crazy life story, right? And he said he owed a lot of people money, and so the most he had ever would have made at the time was like $60,000. And so I was like, yo, I can get this money, I can pay everybody back, and this and that. And the guy who wanted to commission him, he was like, look, either I can give you the 60,000 right now, or I can give you like equity into the company. And I think the equity that he had at the time was $38 a share. And this was like when Facebook was new. I'm pretty sure, I don't know if he still got them stocks, but all I know is he got a lot from them stocks. Okay. Imagine if this man only took that 60,000. And mind you, at that time, it seems like a lot of money if you never had that money before. But now his net worth is all the way like to like 300 million, like crazy. And then mind you, like him doing art and stuff like that. And okay, so I knew him from that. And then I watched Beef on Netflix because I had heard about it, and I knew Ali Wong like as a comedian. Um, and so I was like, all right, let me see what this is about. I heard people talking about it or whatever, and it was really good. And I think his character was Isaac. On that, I'm like, I'm surprised I even remember that man's name. And who the guy who like got out of jail and was helping the main character like with the business, and he was kind of like the shiesty guy or whatever the case may be. And I watched that show, and then when I seen an interview of him, I was like, why do I know this guy? Like he looks familiar. And then when they mentioned the Facebook thing, I was like, oh, okay, I remember hearing about that a while ago, but not putting like the face to the story. And then when I looked him up and it like showed his acting credits, I was like, oh, he acts too. I'm like, what don't this man do? And then I seen he was in Beef, and I was like, wait, I know who this human is. Okay. And you know what? His story is like remarkable. And it's funny to me because like, just the things that he's done. And I'm like, Lord, let me be an Asian artist. Y'all like the shit that I've done would be light work compared to the things that this man has done. Okay. Like I would get a little slap on the wrist for all the things that people like to try to crucify me for. I'm like, Lord, you know what? But just like but his story though, and just like how he's overcome, like he's like struggled with addiction and all this stuff and traumatic experiences and whatnot, but like he's like a really dope artist too. And just like you know yeah, I mean I'm still learning about him. Like I'm not like the autobiography person of this man's life, but I just thought his story was so interesting. And I was just like, damn, okay, he was actually out here stealing. I'm like, bitch, the hell that I catch for finesse and discounts? But this man was actually stealing for real. He said he stole every day from the time he was 8 all the way to like his early 20s. And like the thing is, every day though, like he didn't miss a day because he was like dealing with this like OCD thing too. So the OCD was like, look, we can't miss a day. You know what I'm saying? And like a point that he said that I think was really good, or like a valid point. It's like nobody wants to be a bad guy in their story. Everybody thinks they're a hero, right? And so like it's one thing if he like steals like art supplies or whatever, but it's another thing if he like steals from a corporation and uses what he stole to feed the homeless, right? And so in the way he would do that to kind of like balance out like his conscience and be like, well, at least I'm like helping somebody. You know what I'm saying? And I think that was a valid point. I mean, like, shout out to the people that he was able to feed. But I think that's very interesting because it's like, I mean, it's valid. Like, we all have our things, we all have our sins, we all have our vices, and the things that make us sinners, right? But and then in some way, like, and I guess I kind of relate to that too, like finding a way to, like, make yourself the hero, to justify, and I'm sure that's probably what people think in their minds when they try to give me a hard fucking time, like, oh, they're just trying to save humanity from, someone that be, minding their business, not even trying to bother nobody, but whatever. um but anyway, but everybody in their mind, like even me, like, I like to think, I know I'm flawed, but again, like, I genuinely care to give back to people. But then, like, I'm pretty sure there's part of me, like, subconsciously, that feels like, okay, if I've done this like bad in the world, let me do this positive to make up for the bad. And I feel like that's a valid thing to want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't think that's a bad thing, but in a way, like, sometimes I feel like we try to like make ourselves the hero in our own stories, and we should be, if that's what you want. Unless you like to be the villain, then that's cool. You know what I mean? As long as you're not hurting nobody, intentionally, or whatever the case may be. Like, people get hurt, it happens, whatever, But I don't know. I just thought his story was very interesting, and how he explained that, like, kind of was like eye opening for me, and I was like, oh wow, okay, that's interesting. Um, and I appreciate how vulnerable and free he was in the midst of this podcast. I forget the name of the podcast. I'll look it up. Let me just look it up now so I don't forget, and then I'll give credit where credit is due, because that's what I be doing. Um, yeah, David Show. Okay, it was his interview with not Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan is an entertaining guy to watch sometimes, though. Okay, Rich Roll. It was on Rich Roll, David Show, under hot water, over podcast comments. What's funny is that they reported this on the Breakfast Club, and the thing was, I really didn't even know who this man was. But anyway, yeah, I think his story was very interesting. It was the Rich Roll podcast. Roll, like, stop, drop, and roll. Um, you know, roll it up. Roll up that joint. Rich Roll. So anybody who wants to look that up, I suggest you check it out. I didn't finish watching the full podcast. Yes, it's like 3 hours almost. But it was interesting. And he was just talking about, like, getting over, like, he had like struggles with gambling addiction and all this stuff. Like, it's just real crazy. Um and I mean, maybe other people might be struggling with that and might need a little inspiration, but whatever. Not whatever, but like, I'm like, okay, I need to get back into my work, because bitch, I need to go to bed at some point. Okay, so here's the thing, right? All right, so I think I'm gonna do the premium paper, because we want our thing to stand out. It's like a thicker paper. Okay, and so the finish, I feel like I would actually want this to be in matte. Even though, like, I know that's kind of basic, and that's everybody does with their business cards, but I feel like just the picture itself is pretty iconic. But then again, like, I want something that's gonna stand out. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I love those business cards where it's like a little bit different than everything else, and it's like, oh, look at that. I'm like, you stand out from the bunch. And at one point, that was like something that I would do. Like, I would collect business cards. I've shredded a lot recently, of business cards that I know I won't find any use for anymore. Um, no shade, just honesty. But yeah, so okay. Okay, so they have like a gloss finish, a shiny finish that makes colors pop. You can't write on it. Okay, that's cool, because I kind of don't want people to write on my shit anyway, because you never know people's vibes. But like, we already got protections with my stuff, so anything you try to do on my image, like, is going to go back to you. So whatever, don't be funny with my shit. unless you want funny shit to happen to you. So there's that. Um, but and then there's like, okay, uncoated finish. Like, what the fuck does that mean? You know what I'm saying? It says natural texture for a softer and warmer look. You can write, like, what does that mean? Natural texture. Like, and they don't have any visual examples. And then like soft touch finish, smooth and velvety feel with a warmer look. What the fuck is a warmer look on paper? Like, what am I supposed to do with this, Canva? Like, you doing all these poetic ass, like inspirational ass descriptions, and I'm like, okay, I need to see what you're talking about, because like these words don't mean nothing to me unless I see it, and I don't want to pick something and it not come out the way I want it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, I was thinking about doing like a gloss one. I think, okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is like matte for this, and then I'll do gloss for the divine one, and we'll see, and then I'll compare. But like at the same time, it's like I feel like, what does gloss look like? Okay, actually, no, I do know what gloss looks like. It's like that material where it's like paper, but it has that like film type of thing on top of it. Okay, okay, I kind of know what that looks like. Mm, I mean, I've seen that before, but that's kind of like a little basic. I kind of want to step it up from there. But actually, no, I feel like this I would actually like in the matte color, just like, I don't know, uncoated finish, natural texture for a softer and warmer look. I don't understand what natural texture means. Like, the fuck is that supposed to be? Um, like, natural to what? You know? And then they have like this, soft touch finish on smooth velvety. Okay, velvet. Velvet, I'm thinking like clothes. Smooth velvety. Okay. Mm, I don't know. I think we're just going to start with 50 just to see what it's going to give. Okay. But actually, I feel like, honestly, I feel like I would like this in matte. All right, let's just try it out. We're just going to try this in matte. And then, ooh, that's not what I meant to do. Um, all right, so we're going to, okay, adjust edges for printing. Stretches your background to avoid white or unprinted edges. Um, ooh, you ain't gotta be great to get started, but you gotta get started to be great. Come on, Les. Move elements out of danger zone. Move important elements away from the edges so they don't cut. I mean, there's not really anything important about the edges. Like, increased font. Text smaller than 8. Hard to read. Oh shit. The fuck I'm supposed to do then? I'm like, not like that. Look, these gonna have to be a little bit smaller just because like I need this all to fit on here. Oh shit! I need to put the QR code. Ah, ha, ha. I'm like, imagine if I put that order in. That's not what it's supposed to be. Okay, so let's get the right QR code. Okay, and the thing is, I have to do this one in the color palette to match this, so it actually looks good. Um, all right, so we're going to, or we're switching pages real quick because I have to make the QR code for this color palette. So, hello. Okay. Literally, as I took my pencil out. Okay, literally what I was just talking about. Knowledge. Knowledge is power. Talent. I got that. All right. So now what I'm going to do is make another QR code. Okay. Okay, here we go. All right, so we can save designs. That's cool. I like that. Because I was like, well, I got to write this down. But it's good that I wrote it down anyway. Um, okay, actually, let's do this. That's what we got to do. Okay. Yeah, he be funny. He be funny. Okay. Come on. I think I did this wrong. What the fuck is this? Why does it look like this? Oh, here we go. I'm on the wrong page. That's why. I'm like, the fuck is happening? Okay, I kind of like how this looks. All right. Yo, Les Brown was really funny. It's funny. He's so funny. All right. Yeah, because I'm like, we the colors have to give. Like we need to give aesthetics. All right. So I like that you can save different color options. Yeah, I'm just gonna pay for this service because it's actually convenient. Okay, so speaking of QR codes, so I was watching the live stream back from yesterday and how I was struggling trying to find the next button. The next button was on the screen the whole time. I really just didn't see it all the way at the bottom and it was green. I was like, yo, where the fuck is this next button? Like I was like, okay, hold on. I know I'm not tripping. And I was like, no, you just a little bit. Just a little. You might have stumbled a little, but not a full trip. But yeah, I was like, let me look at this and see if that button was there, and I just didn't see it. I totally didn't see it. All right, so we got the QR code. Um, we got that. Okay, hold on. All right, so let's bring it back to the okay, let me just bring this down because I'm trying to get in the angle here. Okay, all right. See, Les Brown really could have he could have had a career, a thriving career as a comedian. Cause he, but I like how his approach to motivation because he gives you the message and and there's moments where he gets real deep into it and it's serious, but then he knows how to break into that comedic relief moment. And somebody else who's really good at that is Jennifer Lewis. Shout out to my fellow Aquarian. She liked one of my tweets back in the day because something that she said on the Breakfast Club back when Breakfast Club was worth watching. Shade. Um, something that she said on there that stuck with me is leading with love, operating your life to lead with love. And Lord, I be trying. And so I tweeted that, and I think I added her in the tweet because I was like, look, I got that from her. And I think she liked or retweeted my thing. Not that that matters because whatever, but I mean it does because she saw that. But but um Jennifer Lewis, she's really good at giving you that deep message and that motivational thing that's good for the soul. Because a lot of her clips from Breakfast Club and those interviews go viral too. But she's really good at breaking it up with comedy. So so people don't say oh you too preachy or whatever the case may be. So she actually really gives a good message. I'm like, okay, all right. Now that I'm looking at this, okay, hold on. Let's look at this. I think I don't know how if I like this because now that I'm looking at it, with the white background. I'm not sure. Well, I mean, it's not that deep. It's really not that serious. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I was like, this white background is just not giving it to me. All right. Okay. All right. So we got the QR code, the correct QR code. And hold on, before we even get into it, let's just confirm that this is correct, and it should be. Oh, okay. Hold on. What is this? Oh, yes. Okay, it works. The link works, baby. Um, you view PDF because you need to view it to be able to click it. Okay, just once. Let's see. All right. Okay, well then. All right, fine. Just download it. Fine. Um, or you know what? Google Drive. Let's do that. Okay. Yep. And then you got the links. All right. Yeah. So it works. And I'm glad about that. Yeah, we just gonna have to bite the bullet a little bit. Okay. Whew, good thing I caught that. Because I was literally about to have the wrong QR code on the thing. Um, yeah, let's just put all of this in here. Actually, I don't think I need my name logo open. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, I gotta figure out which credit card I can sign up for. Okay. So I have to like organize these tabs a bit. Okay. Increase the font. Bruh, I kind of can't. Oh shit. Okay, see the thing is, ate him up. Move elements out of move important elements away from edges so they don't get cut off. Nah, they just gonna have to be like a little close to the edge. All right, music available on all major streaming platforms. I just feel like this is too close. Okay, there we go. That solved that problem. Okay, yeah, so we can bring this down a little bit. Okay, these are all. Mm. Yeah. Mm. Mm-hmm. I'll be trying. Lord, I try to do that. But the thing is, I'll be in the wrong spaces. Okay. I hope the QR code isn't too small. All right, everything's in the block. The hunger. You gotta be hungry. Ooh. Contact, email address, website, social media. Okay, download a PDF to do a final proofread and see the design will look once printed. Okay. Okay. Music available on all major streaming platforms. Scan the QR code for links to all social media and music platforms. Okay. All right. YouTube, Maurice, Instagram, Twitter, Queen Lucia, TikTok. Okay, I need a space for TikTok. It's so ridiculous. Okay. All right. Okay. Everything's spelled right. Nerese is spelled right. We got the right font, the classic Nerese official font. Okay, artist and creative director. Yes. I really like how this looks. I like these colors a lot. I wish I could bring this down a bit, but you know, it said it's got to be that fine. All right. I think it looks good too. All right, and then I noticed the space there. Nerese.com. Okay, here's something on the screen. Okay. Neomac Entertainment at gmail.com. Yes, it is a Gmail email right now. It is what it is. I think it's fine. All right. I think I'm satisfied. I think it's good. All right. So we got one. I'm not checking out just yet. You know, Canva, y'all kind of ate that up. Okay. Actually, okay. Okay, I think this one, I'm going to try I'm thinking, should I do the gloss on this one? Uncoated finish. I think we're going to do gloss. Matte and gloss. It gives me lip gloss vibes. We're going to go with that. I'll experiment with those other ones later. Okay. Okay. Premium paper and gloss finish. All right.
develop your gifts, I grant you, you'll never ever be without. I grant you that your gifts will take you places that will literally amaze you. I grant you that if you begin to work to develop your gifts, you'll develop a strong sense of happiness. You'll get a larger vision of yourself. Because part of beginning to get a larger vision of yourself, all of us need some area of our lives where we can have a feeling of competence. That people know when they think about this area, that's something you do. That you eat and sleep at. That you do that. You do that. And people know it. And you know it. And you know that you know that you know this. If you don't know anything else, you know this.
Okay.
Can you tell I know what I'm doing? Oh, hello. You know this. So you've got to work on it. When other folk are having a good time, you've got to have the strength of character to concentrate, to read, to digest information. If you decide in any particular area that you're concerned about, to make a conscious, deliberate, determined effort to read one book a month in that area, in 5 years, you'll be among the top 5% experts in the world. I read a minimum of 2 books a week. The average American reads only 1 book a year.
Eat me up.
That area
Yeah, I do need to read more.
that you are going to master that particular area. In this era of accelerated change, overwhelming complexity, and tremendous competition, as you
I'm like, okay, there was space. Well, how the fuck did I do this? Okay, well, yeah, this is different. This I have it zoomed all the way the fuck in.
of your destiny. How many of you ever decided not to do something based upon an assumption? Raise your hands, please. And so that's why it's important for us to be strategic and experiential and being able to tell the story to distract them from the current story, distract the spirit, break down the limited belief system, and inspire them to say yes to a new opportunity in their lives. And so as a result, I didn't do what I'm doing. Because I had such a tremendous inferiority complex because of my lack of college education. I stopped myself. As Malcolm Gladwell says, there's no enemy within, the enemy outside, but there's no harm. And so as you look at yourself, as you look at your goals, look at your dreams, it's very important that you take time every day, write this down, to retrain your thinking. You gotta retrain your thinking. Because how we live our lives is a result of the story that we bought into. I had to retrain my thinking because of what I saw. Studies indicating decisions
Okay.
is directly related
All right.
to the things that we saw, the things that we experienced, the conversations we've been exposed to between age 0 and 5. And so as a result of that, my experience, I had to begin to engage in a process of retraining my mindset. And I didn't even know.
All right. So I got 100 business cards.
Leslie, come in here. Yes, sir. Look at my shoes. You can shine them better than this. I do apologize, sir. I'll do a better job. And so I said, please don't yell at me. That's not good. It's just a kid. He's only 2 years old. He should do a better job than he can. I said, it's okay, Mrs. Suggestion. And he should yell at me. He was very rude, arrogant guy, but he was a kind guy, too. What I liked about it, every day he had a routine. It was his time in the morning he spent working on his mind. And I wanted to be in the office.
Okay. Well, y'all don't see what I'm working on. Y'all don't see me though. You don't see me though. Okay, I'm working on the order. So I tweaked everything. And so now I'm putting the order in. Yeah, I'm gonna have it expressed. Just cause I need to get out here. Child, I wish I had a coupon. All right, hold on. Let me just make sure this is the right card that I want them charge it on.
Some of you are already doing it right now. I'm saying this is the time more than ever you want to begin to inoculate yourself with positive words, positive conventions, showing up on meetings, being on the calls to make yourself unstoppable, to get out of your mind the polluting negative thoughts that's causing most people to go to
No, okay, actually, I'm going to block the screen for a second so y'all don't see my credit card information.
because they got so much garbage in their minds. You are here because you got a clear vision of what you want and where you're going. Give yourselves a round of applause. Come on, bring your give them up. Yes. You want good.
Speaking of, I gotta call these motherfuckers about my other credit card.
Different than everybody else. Don't worry if they don't get it. Don't try and convince people to do this business. A person convinced against their will will obtain opinion still. You are not like everybody else.
That's a fact.
But if you're looking for eagles, it's going to take you a minute. You are different. It's lonely at the top. How many of you know it's lonely at the top? Raise your hands. It's lonely at the top, but you eat better. That's what I'm talking about.
Come on.
You're different. One great entrepreneur said, I choose not to be a common man. It's my right to be uncommon if I can. I seek opportunity, not security. I do not wish to be a kept citizen. I will do well by having the state look after me. I want to take the calculator.
All right, we ordered the business cards, y'all. I'm excited. I officially will have my business cards as an artist. It only took me however long. Like, girl. But again, kind of like what I was saying before about that other business that I had, like where I was using that I was building my business credit. And, from me doing that, I can transfer that, what I learned from that onto Neomac Entertainment. Same thing with the Root Supply. Even though, like, it was controversial of a store, I learned a lot through that process of creating a brand, designing a logo, putting a website together, doing the product photography, doing the watermark and all that stuff. Like I learned so much of building that experience and making the logo, designing the business cards, making the stickers, for the bags and all that stuff. And and I'm like, okay, all I need to do is just transfer that over, all that experience to Neomac Entertainment. So I'm like, even though that like the business wasn't a success, I learned a lot in terms of the branding aspect of it and like putting together a look putting together a look and an aesthetic. And so now I have that skill set of design to implement that into Neomac Entertainment. But you know what? There's certain aesthetics from the Root Supply that I think I want to like replicate. Like, okay, for example, like the stickers that I had on the bags, I really like that design. Like, and I had like stickers on like bottles for like rose water that I was making, and like at some point down the line, like I would want to do something like Root Supply again. Definitely rebranded, a whole new thing. But I feel like I have more of a confidence in terms of like the product that I can produce from that. But the thing is, like, I don't got time for that. Like, I feel like that's like a later project in life. Like, if I'm like, like in between music, and I'm like settled in music and it's just like a passion project. Um, yeah, I can do that as an option. For the fun of it, not from a space of like, I'm struggling to build a business. You know what I mean? So, okay, yeah, that was the main goal. The main thing was to finish the QR codes, and which was done. So I made the design for that for both business cards, and then I ordered both business cards, which I'm really excited about. I'm excited to compare the two, and see which one I like. Um, I mean, I like them both. I like them both, and I think it's dope. It's dope to have two different business cards. Like, why not? Um, so yeah, okay. So we got the order for the business cards. We got the QR codes. Okay, speaking of QR codes, so what I need to do is put that into um, maybe like Third Eye Visions, right? I'll put that in Third Eye Visions. Third Eye Visions has more space. Well, actually, I just cleared all of that footage out the way. But Neo Mac Entertainment has a lot of. I'll put it in both. How about that? I'll put it in Third Eye Visions because Third Eye Visions has the space, and then I'll send it to my Neo Mac Entertainment email. So I'll put it in the flash drive folder. We'll just say business card QR codes, or we'll say for business card. Y'all don't see what I'm working on. Um, um, social media and music QR codes for business card. That's okay. I don't really need to share this because this is going to take like 2 seconds for me to do. Okay, we got the QR codes. I just need to email it to myself. Okay. Okay, Neo Mac Entertainment already has access to it, so that's fine. All right, so now, all right, so I can exit out of this. I can exit out of Canva. And this. Oh, I'm so excited. My business cards are on the way. Okay. All right. All right, y'all. So, okay. So, actually, I'm not sure where it's live streaming from. Okay. All right, we're gonna exit out of that. We're just gonna exit out of all of this stuff because I don't need all of this open now. Okay, y'all. I think we had a successful live stream. I had my, whole financial discussion. I hope people found value in that. And I hope you guys get into The Richest Man in Babylon. It's something that, my mentor gave me. And although it took me years to finish the book, I finished the book. Okay. She planted the seed and it took a while for the tree to grow, but it's been growing and I've learned many lessons from it. So I'm grateful to her for that. And hopefully in me sharing this with you, whoever finds this when you find it, this book, um, The Richest Man in Babylon. It might look backwards on your screen. I don't know. The Richest Man in Babylon by George S. Clason. Get that book. Okay. It's simple. It's an easy read. It's solid principles. Even though the story is from like Babylonian times, like the lessons are simple and it's stuff that you can implement with your financial habits to this day. So I hope y'all get that book and find some value in it and start saving your coins and investing and multiplying your finances and getting to this generational wealth and riches. I wish that for you. I want that for you. I love that for you. You know, do that. Yes, we all can elevate and get these coins together. Okay. So, yeah. All right. So, all right, I'm done. I'm done on this. I'm done. Okay, you know what? I don't know what's going on with Papoose and Remy Ma. It's random, but I hope they work it out. They are like the epitome of black love, and I know there's a lot of pressure with that. But oh my gosh, there's so many divorces and breakups going on right now with Jeannie Mai and Jeezy. I was rooting for them. We were rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. Um, um, that's not funny. The circumstances are funny, but I try to use humor to get through the shenanigans. As you can see, that's why I laugh at the many shenanigans that people throw my way. But anyway, I hope everybody works their things out and everything ends respectfully and everybody gets what they need. You know, I hate to see this, you know, because I'm all about love. We love the love. You know, especially, you know, and they got a new baby. Like, mm, you know, it is what it is. Things happen. And I just hope, you know, they're able to work it out how they need to. That goes for everybody. Random thought. Oh, you know what? I was going to talk about the VMAs, but no, I'm going to save that live stream. I'm going to save that for another day. All right, y'all. So we ordered the business cards. So I can't wait to get them in the mail. And of course, when I get them, I'm going to share it with you guys. Like, bro, it has to be, you know, even though it's like zero people watching, I don't know, maybe somebody is intrigued with the process. You know, it's been a journey, but I'm excited. So you know, yeah. Um all right. This live stream has been a little bit longer than I wanted it to be. So I hope y'all enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed watching the process. Hopefully, if y'all need to make some business cards, hopefully watching my process made it a little bit easier for you and simple. Um, you know, I'm gonna of course unbox it. I'll live stream and unbox it. And yeah, so okay, thank you very much. Okay, all right, so how are we gonna end this today? Um, okay, I'm gonna do I call it in my mind like Adrian's prayer or Adrian's mama's prayer. You know, because it's like short and sweet and it's really, you know, it's a good message. And then, you know, I think I'll say a prayer from the heart. Um, all right, so I'll say a prayer from the heart first and then I'll end with on that note. Okay. So for one, um, hold on, I'm just waiting for this airplane to go by. God, the Most High, universe, whoever your higher power is, um, thank you for everything that you do. I'm grateful for the things that I have in my life, and I pray that you allow me to have the space and hold space for gratitude, even in the midst of adversity, even in the midst of my challenges. And I wish that for the people who are watching my live stream on my platform, um, and the people who, you know, align with me in my journey and who, you know, connect with my journey and connect with me as a creative, but also connect with me as a person and just, you know, through similarities organically and genuinely. Um, you know, I want to say thank you for the people who pop in my live and interact. Um, you know, may you clear the ways from anyone that interacts with shenanigans and confusing intentions, but make space for the people who are genuinely appreciative of the work that I do, appreciative of my content, and who find the value of what I have to offer and aren't afraid to speak to that. Um, you know, may you allow me to continue to be consistent with growing this space for the creatives out there who get what it's like to feel different and who are literally building it brick by brick, um, getting it up out the mud. For the people who feel like outcasts, who feel like people don't get them, who feel like, you know, they can't fully express themselves because they don't feel like they're in a safe space too. May you allow me to build this into a safe space for other people who identify with those feelings and hopefully inspire them to get to a space where they feel closer to expressing themselves genuinely and authentically, unapologetically, and aligning with the right people in their journeys. Sorry, like Angie's on the bed, like cleaning herself, and she's got like her foot up and all this stuff. It's like funny in the midst of the prayer. Anyway, um, you know, may you allow me to build this into a space for the other girls, you know, or just people in general who felt like me when I felt like when I was a younger girl. And, you know, before I knew what I know now and making the mistakes that I've made, hopefully through me sharing my experience and my journey, I can inspire somebody to not make the mistakes that I made or, you know, um, align with themselves and their journeys. And, may you align me with my audience. I don't care to convert people, but I do care to convert people from hate to love, from bullying to having compassion for one another, for, to calling out hypocrisy and, holding people accountable from a space of passion and love, not only for my people, but my community and just the planet. And hopefully people can recognize that. I hope, I pray that people get where I'm coming from and get my heart and get that even when I go off and have my rants, it's from a place of passion. And usually, if I'm going off on somebody, it's because it's out of love or just frustration about a circumstance and, the desire to lead us to a solution. Um, I pray that we can get to a space where we can have mutual respect for one another as people. We can appreciate what we have to offer, where there's more respect for creatives, more respect for artists, more respect for Black women amongst Black women, um, and, where we can respectfully disagree with one another and, but champion each other and elevate each other and uplift each other. And, and we can be a little shady in our own funny way, but we're not doing anything to deter each other and tear each other down. May we echo compassion, understanding, you know, the audacity to go for our dreams, to believe in ourselves. May we echo support for one another, genuine, organic, authentic support for one another. May we echo, the nerve to help somebody in need when we can, if we see it, because everybody at some point will need a little help. And and I also pray that when there is genuine help in my path, that I be open enough to receive it, and I have the discernment to receive it when it's genuine and not people just trying to use me or use my name or trying to, you know, reference me for their own gain or echo because it's something popular that everybody's doing. You know, may we let the old fade away and make space for, organic interactions and authentic people and people who are fearless enough to speak the truth and stand on it and create safe spaces and create our own worlds where we can genuinely express ourselves and have support and love for one another. So it is, so it will be. And thank you for what has already been. Amen. Amin. Ashe. Now, the last prayer I'm going to do. Um, I wear the helmet of salvation, the breastplate of righteousness, the belt of truth, and the sandals of the gospel of peace. I pick up my shield, which is my faith, and my sword, which is my word, and I go forth for the Christians in the name of Jesus. For those who might not identify or identify with different things, in the name of God, in the name of a higher power, the Most High, the universe, all the above. So it is, so will be. Thank you for what has already been. Amen. Amin. Ashe. I hope you all have a good night. I hope you all enjoyed this live stream. I will see you guys sometime. I'm gonna go to bed now. I gotta put my food up and yeah. So I will be back soon. Good night, y'all.